Good morning. I'm just admitting everybody
Good
in.
morning.
How's everybody doing this morning? Well, this afternoon / morning.
Doing great.
Good. Good. That's great to hear. Hi, Melissa.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How is everybody?
What's that?
How is everyone today?
Doing good. Doing good. You know, Friday.
Hey,
Hi, Mark.
how you doing today?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Thank you
Glad
for
to
the
have you
Facebook
on the
shout out.
call.
Well, thank you for having me. Thank you for the Facebook shout out. I appreciate it.
Of course. We're happy to have you. Happy to have you on board.
Happy to be here.
Hey, Ashley.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Oh, it's so nice to see everybody's faces.
Chris,
Been a long couple of weeks, huh?
welcome, Mark. Just saying hello to everybody.
Oh, thank you. Hi, Melissa.
Hi.
Has everybody met Mark? One of our newest agents.
I have not.
Yeah, not till now.
Nice to meet
Welcome.
you all. Nice to be here.
So Mark, I know this is your first coffee in the chat. It's usually pretty casual. If there's any topics, any specific ideas or anything that comes to mind that anybody wants to share, this is just kind of an open platform to be able to do so. I like to kind of keep it pretty casual because I know everybody's so busy during the week with all of these Zoom classes and calls and just business in general. So
Definitely.
does anybody have anything, any burning topics that they want to address or discuss today?
Well, I don't know if this is a burning topic, but I'm just wondering, when calling leads, does anybody leave messages, or would it be better to not leave a message and then call back later?
Yeah, does anybody have any advice for Chris on that?
Great question. I mean, leads is clearly different than, someone who you've already established a relationship with or someone you've already talked with on the phone. So Chris, when you say lead, do you mean someone who you haven't had a conversation with yet or doesn't know you?
That's correct.
Okay. I recommend definitely leaving a message. Yes. And I would just be friendly, welcoming, and kind of casual about it, even though direct in your message, which sounds like a direct contradiction to itself. But definitely, yeah, you want to let them know that you are there to help them and that you're looking to make a connection with them to help them with anything that they might need. So.
Okay. And would you follow up on that voice message, or?
Definitely, yes.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to harass them. You don't want to call them, 4 or 5 times in the same day. But, maybe give it like 36 hours. Like if you call them on a Monday morning and you don't hear from them, call them Tuesday afternoon.
Yeah.
If you call them Monday afternoon and have left a message, maybe call them Wednesday morning. So, give them at least a day and a half to respond. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with Melissa on that. I think that it's important to leave a message because sometimes people, especially if they don't have your number saved, if they don't know you, they're not going to call back, right? If they don't know who that number is, but if they have a message connected to it, they're more likely to call you back, and if you follow up with a text message or another call or an email, they're more likely to get back to you. Follow-up's so important.
Right. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a great question.
That is a great question. Lisa may cover that at some point in time in some of her scripts classes. So keep your eye open for, or maybe, call Lisa and have a conversation. We have so many incredible lead generators in our office. I have to say, for me personally, the one I admire the most is Lisa because she has a huge success ratio. I mean, her ratio of success is just enormous. She just has this way of making the recipient of the call feel comfortable and not ambushed, and like she's genuinely there to help them. So have a conversation with Lisa about it. Lisa Callan Axios. She's on the RNL home team. She's just,
Yeah. No, she's actually a friend of mine, and she's also my mentor. So
oh, so perfect.
Oh,
There you go.
so I should be
You're
asking
already in the
her, right?
success corner. So there you go.
you are in great hands. You are in great hands. Hi, Bernice. Hi, Trisha. Thanks for joining in. It looks
Oh,
like you might be
Trisha.
muted.
Yeah, there
Hi,
she is.
everybody.
Hi.
How are you doing this morning?
Good.
Good.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. It's kind of gloomy outside.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
It's tough. You know, we're all stuck inside and it's raining every other day. So it's kind of a little bit more challenging to stay focused and motivated, but I went out and bought some new light bulbs and that seems to be doing the trick for me. So
That's good.
anything that will work, right? You know?
Yeah.
I noticed my lighting is really yellow. You know, when
Yeah,
I'm
it's
just
funny
turning
what
some
you
bulbs
notice
off
when
now.
you're stuck inside more than you're used to.
Yeah.
I
It's
said to my
true.
boyfriend, I was like, our lighting in this house is terrible. He's like, it's fine. And I was like, it's terrible. I'm like, we need all new lights. He was like, oh gosh, this is going to be a problem, you being home all the time. I'm like, and there's some work that can be done around here.
I made the mistake of upgrading to all of the like white USB lights, so then I had to change them back to like the softer lights because it looked like a hospital or something in here.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Some of the light is actually quite purple. So on video, it makes you look like blue or green.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's not the best.
We're all going to be professionals with advising our clients on what type of lighting to have in their new home, right? So any other topics, any successes or anything anybody wants to mention from this past week from classes they took?
So I just want to mention that, hi, everybody. Good morning. Sorry, I'm late to the call.
Okay.
I had to make yet another snack for the 7-year-old. But I just wanted to share that I've been taking a lot of the classes that I haven't been able to take since I joined KW. It's been over a year now, but there are a lot of classes that I didn't get a chance to take. I was on a profit share class yesterday with Kristen and Rick Murray and a few other agents. So it's really good. I mean, it like amped me up for the rest of the day. I was on the phone making a ton of calls. But I've also been taking classes for new agents just because I feel like this is a good time to get refreshers, to take refreshers to, you know, review information that you think you know, that you think you remember, and then you take these classes and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. But I really am trying to look at this from a standpoint of like treating myself like I'm new again. I never took any of the Ignite classes. And so, you know, all the classes that they have, like buyer, seller, paperwork, I'm in those classes too, just reviewing. I've asked for a couple of other ones and people have said like, you don't need that, B. And I'm like, yeah, I do. I need it because, you know, there are pieces of it that I got, but I didn't think I got. I came from Coldwell Banker and I was mentioning yesterday on the call that no one ever taught me how to do this business. I just went out there and did it. They just told me to go get more business. Do it. Go get business. And I did it, but I had no system. I had, I had no clue what I was doing. And so I'm just taking it from a standpoint, like I'm just trying to learn new things, get a refresher. And I just encourage other people to do the same thing, even if you've been in this for a long time. But just taking this moment to say, like, I'm in classes. They're so convenient. You know, you just jump on the phone. I don't have to get in the car and drive, half an hour to get to the office and try to schedule it in. It's just so easy now. It's such a great opportunity. I know that sounds crazy with all this pandemic stuff, but it really is a great opportunity for all agents to just hone in on their skills, like sharpen their skills, learn new skills. So I just wanted to share that.
Thank you. No, that's awesome. And I'm so glad to hear that. I have to agree with you. There's always something new to learn every day, right? This business is always changing. And obviously in today's world that we're living, it's changing quickly. And we're all having to pivot into this new way of living and how to address our clients and what's the best thing to say. And, you know, I think that it's great that you're looking at it from that perspective, because if you stop learning and you stop educating yourself, you know, you're not going to continue to grow. Every day should be a day of education.
Yeah, definitely. I also was not going to take Bold. And after I was on that call yesterday, Kristen said something to me that she's taken it like 9 times or something like that. And she wasn't, but Bold is going to be how to do the business now, like in this climate.
Right.
What she said to me was, you know, I know how to do this. Like, I've been to 9 Bold. She's like, but I've never done it in this climate. And that's what this Bold is all about. And I was on the fence about it. And then when I heard her say, I said, you know what? She's right. I've never worked the business in this climate either, you know? So if I can walk away with 2 or 3 things that will help me navigate this for $100,
Yeah.
you know, so.
Incredible.
That's awesome. I'm so glad to hear that you're going to be participating in Bold. I registered. Has anybody else on this call registered yet?
I've not yet.
No?
We have- okay, good.
I have.
Who? I'm sorry. A couple of people were talking. What was that?
I have signed up for it.
Awesome. Is there anybody that has any questions about this new Bold pivot or what it's going to offer that we could speak to today, as far as, you know, answering any questions you might have?
So, things are a little bit different, and how are we gonna call people? Because now people are saying, oh, we should just be making care calls, and what will the exercises be like, you think?
Well, they're gonna. Yeah, no, go ahead.
Yeah, because before it was like, oh, go make 100 contacts per week, and you know, like, I don't know how that's gonna work.
With the Bold pivot specifically, as far as like the types of content and classes.
This is so different. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. This is a totally different outlook on Bold, right? So they're going to go over a bunch of different scripts on how to adjust to today's climate, as far as making those contacts and speaking to people in today's new normal, right? So it's going to provide you with scripts and, you know, working with different trainers that we might not have the accessibility to normally work with in a typical Bold scenario, where they're giving you advice and feedback. And there's also a Facebook group that's just for those that register. And it's going to, inside of that Facebook group, like, I'm already seeing so much communication and insight being shared on how to communicate with your sphere.
Okay. Okay.
So I just was pulling it up while we were chatting, and a few of the topics that they're going to go over is mindset.
I need that.
I think we all need that, you know, and I think that's always right. But adjusting your mindset in today's new climate, database, the best practices for right now, conversations, what kind of conversations we should be having, how we should be having them, social media, proven campaigns and text messages that get results, expense management, which is always important, but even more so right now.
Yeah.
Lead generation, doubling down and growing your lead pipeline. So those are a few of the topics that they're going to cover. Ashley, I know you've registered. Was there a specific topic that jumped out to you that you were like, this is something I really want to participate in and be part of?
No, because I actually didn't look at the agenda until after I signed up. I more signed up because, just like kind of like with Kristen, what she said, with this climate being so different, I've done Bold in the past too, and you know, this is my 8th year in real estate, but like this is just a completely different world. So I kind of wanted to hear their spin on what we should be doing if we are facing a shift and whatnot. So
Yeah,
I think it will be
absolutely.
great content though. That group is awesome.
What day
Yeah.
of the week is it happening?
So it's happening on Tuesdays and Thursdays,
Okay,
and it starts on
The 5th,
the 5th.
okay.
2 to
And
4.
is it like several hours during the day? Is it like, 8 to 2 or?
It's
2 to
a
4.
couple. Sorry, Ashley's got all the answers. I love it. What did you say? 2 to 4?
2 to 4 on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
That's
And
good.
then on Fridays, there's a coach's corner. The same time, if you want to go in there and ask questions. The only week that it's different is the week of Red Day. They're doing,
makes sense.
I think it switches to Tuesday and Friday.
Okay. I have attended Bold. I haven't in some time. I went the first year that it was launched, and that was a decade ago. I'm aging myself, and it was the first time that it was offered in New England, and I know to the New England region. I know the course has changed quite a bit. So, Ashley, are you aware of what the accountability factor might look like in
I'm not.
session? Or, I mean, I'm not saying I'm not going to do work, but if they're asking me to make 100 phone calls by the next 9 a.m. the next morning, I know that I can't live up to that, and I need to be accountable to my team. So if I'm going to let them down in the beginning, I need to get my head around that.
I feel like, I don't know, I've been on so many different Zooms and things. I feel like I saw somewhere that it's not going to be like a traditional Bold where like you had your team, I think they're encouraging you to like get an accountability partner.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
If I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, no, you're right, Ashley. So we did a Q&A with a MAPS coach who was presenting just different information on Bold's Pivot. And he mentioned that right now their focus for getting this set up and, it being a little bit different would be for those that are involved in Bold within your market center to get an accountability partner and help hold each other accountable, since it will be different than the typical team setup that normally happens when it's within the market center.
Okay. All right, cool. Alicia, if you could, maybe when the call's over, could you send out the Bold registration link to all of us?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
I think I'll definitely
It's
send it. Thursday afternoon works well for me, so that's good.
yeah, absolutely. I'll just write it in here in the chat.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Of course. So it's just at mapscoaching.com.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And you'll see Bold Pivot as soon as you open it up, and you just click into the Bold section.
We should tell them to keep it at 99.
I know, right? I know. This is a great deal, for something that's normally $7.99, and you have to drive into the office and you have to be there for an extended period of time. To get this ability to, Zoom in from your comfort of your own home for a couple hours, couple of days a week for $99. It's a really great opportunity. And, I'm looking forward to it because I personally really want to learn about each of these topics that, they're offering. And I think that it's going to be really great for us to all learn how to live and manage in this business in today's new normal.
Bill Stone. Sorry, guys. Bill Stone's on the call. Hi, Bill.
Oh,
I miss you in the hallway.
I know. We got so much hugging to get caught up on.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I know. I just adjusted my screen so I can see everybody that's on. Hello, Bill. Hi, Melissa. Hi, RNL Home Team. We were just discussing Bold Pivot. Also, for those that just joined on, Mark is on the call, and he's one of our newest agents to the office. Warm welcome to Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Welcome.
Welcome, Mark. Hi,
We're
everybody.
excited to have him on board.
I'm taking notes. I'm not reading a magazine or anything.
Oh, you're okay. We trust you.
All right, cool.
Mark, do you have any questions on Bold Pivot?
That's what I was just jotting down. Yeah, I wanted to look into it more. So I have the website up on my other monitor here, but it sounds like a no-brainer. Most likely get to join that.
Yeah, Who are you working with as a mentor?
Dennis McDonald.
Okay, cool. So I would connect with Dennis and see if it's something he might be interested in too. And
Yeah.
then that could be a great accountability partner right there, you know, where you guys
Yeah.
are already meeting and communicating, and he would be able to really help you as far as, you know, just with what it is that you already have on your plate as far as the specific classes that you're asked to participate in. So it'd be good for him to be aware that that's something you're interested in taking too. And I'm happy to share the information out that I have as well after the call today from what I highlighted in the team meeting. So I'm sure some of you saw that we're doing weekly team meetings for the month of April. So our thought process on that was, you know, we're not in the office. It's not your standard monthly meeting where we're all seeing each other every single day. So it's okay to meet once a month. We figured it would be best to break it down into a weekly basis. And, you know, the first one is going to be heavier as far as what kind of content is shared. So that will be a bit longer, about an hour. And then each week we'll have about 30 minutes recapping the week prior and just highlighting all of those accomplishments and successes we've seen from the week, and allowing for that platform for people to be able to share their listings and buyers. Where we don't have that communication by just walking out into the hallway and sharing it, we want to make sure we're giving you a platform to be able to do so. So we've covered bold. We've covered how everybody's holding up in today's world with our lighting at home. Any other topics anybody wants to cover, or any other classes that they've taken this week that have really stood out to them? Lisa joined on the call a little bit later, but you got a great shout out earlier with your scripts practice, and a lot of great feedback as to zooming in with you. So you may see Chris on your next Zoom scripts training.
Oh, thank you. I don't know if you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
How are we doing with
Waving out the
command?
window. Can
Oh,
you see me?
sorry.
I'm waving out the window. Can you see me?
Almost.
Maybe if I hang out the window?
I know.
How are we doing with command?
What do you mean, Trisha?
I try to go to the meetings, you know,
Yeah.
but it seems like something is always wrong. I'm sorry to say, but
No, that's okay. So what, just give me a little bit more context. So you're going to command trainings, and are you running into some issues throughout those trainings where?
yeah, like things don't work, or you know, and
Okay.
I'm getting a little bit frustrated.
And now is that throughout the training, or is that your own experience just playing around inside of command?
It's my experience, you know.
Okay.
Like I was using Kelly, and I put in a contact, and then I tried to find the contact, and then it said it couldn't find it, and I'm like, what the hell?
Okay. Have you reached out to Terry to talk to her about that at all?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I would recommend reaching out to Terry, you know, where she's the director of technology and training, and she focuses heavily in command. She may be able to give you a quick workaround to resolve any frustrations there. Within any platform, there's going to be glitches, right? Even if it's a really well-established platform, there will always be changes and glitches that you're going to experience. I've worked in multiple CRMs throughout my years, whether it was marketing or recruitment or advertising and real estate. And, you know, I've kind of gone through, I guess, the breakdown of these types of databases and dealing with all of the issues with them. So I feel like I've probably become a little bit numb to it. So for me, I'm just like, all right, so this is an issue. We're going to report it. We're going to tell the support team. We're going to tell our director of technology and training. and then they'll work on it and they'll get it fixed, and then it's going to be even better the next time around.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
I have
I
to
feel,
admit- Hmm?
I feel like you have to play with it a lot. I feel like you have to really, just dive in and take your brain away from everything else. So you just concentrate on that. You have to like focus. And sometimes I thought I lost some leads too, but then there was this little button, it says lead, and you press it. And if you just put someone in, it might be in there. So I find that if you play with it and you send yourself some things, I have a ton to learn, but I feel like, just don't get frustrated and just spend the time there. And we put out 3 Facebook ads this week on 3 of our listings. Somebody else asked, can we use one of your listings to do a Facebook ad? And they did, and they've got 15 plus hits on that. And so now all they
Wow.
need to do is convert that. So they're working on learning conversion. So, I think it's a trial and error. When you find one thing doesn't work, just do something else and keep it simple.
Okay.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Lisa. That's great advice.
Tricia,
With
can
the
I
pandemic,
ask you,
Definitely, I don't find it to be.
go ahead, Melissa, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
One of the thank you. What
if?
if, oh, which one? Sorry, there's
2
two.
Melissas. It's all in one there.
Miles,
Go ahead, Melissa G.
I was just saying, I don't find it to be particularly user-friendly. You really have to, like Lisa said, pay attention to what you're doing. It's not very intuitive. You have to learn how to use it. I think because it's so big, it does so much that they've had to make it a lot more specific rather than sort of, general, like, what we're used to on our phone, like an Apple format that we're also comfortable with, or a Samsung format that we're also comfortable with. It's not designed that way. It's designed to do everything. So we have to learn how to use it. And with that, speaking of command, I'm going to hop off this call. Norwell's hosting a designs class, so I'm going to hop on that right now. So,
Okay, awesome.
Reminder.
Boy,
bye, my friends. Have a great week.
You
you
too.
too.
See you soon.
Melissa and Bill, did you have something you wanted to share about command?
Yeah, so that's like my number one focus right now is to get my stuff together and make sure that I'm ready when we're on the other side of this.
Yeah.
And I'm using it obviously to keep in contact with my people right now. One of the things that I highly, highly recommend, Tricia, is to go on to www.kw.
Yeah, you
Answer.
got it. My
Was that-
KW?
No.
So, answers.kw.com.
No. Yes,
No?
yes. Answers.kw.com.
Okay. Okay.
That is, I was like, oh, I hate going to the answer thing, the help button on any platform. I can't stand it. But this one, it really does work. It really helps. And obviously reaching out to Terry, she's awesome. And she's always available, like always available.
Right.
I
Right.
asked her like 9 o'clock one night, like, Terry, I don't know how to do this. And other thing is Scott Leroy.
Mhm.
Have you heard of this guy?
Mhm.
Okay, so in order to download everything and it shows you like everything, I would definitely get on that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and take it one step at a time. We talked about it last week, Alicia, you and I.
Yeah.
Just have to make a list of like, even start it with 2 of the top things that you want to do. Download your contacts, set them all up into smart plans. Take those 2 and master those 2. You can't do everything all at once.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I tried and it doesn't work and it's frustrating. And I think I
Yeah.
actually tried one day because I was like, oh my God, how am I? Don't do that. Just pick one thing, finish that, understand it, get it, move on
Yep.
to the next.
Okay.
That's great advice.
Thank you, Melissa.
Sure.
So
If you
Tricia,
need help, I'm not a pro by any means, but if anybody needs anything, you can contact me. Maybe I've done it, maybe I haven't. Maybe we can research it together. We can go through
Yeah.
it together, figure it out, whatever. Reach out because I'm like knee deep. Up to here
Okay.
I love it. I love it.
right now, and yeah.
That's awesome.
If anybody
Um,
needs.
Tricia, do you have some contacts already loaded into Command?
Yeah, they're already loaded.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you've gotten through that step. Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to start with the basics and then just build off of that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
completely
feel
agree.
I feel encouraged now. I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna.
Good. You know, Trisha, everything everyone said, everything everybody said is so true. You know, you've got to be patient with it. You have to take your time. You have to look at this like a platform. There's so many different widgets inside of this platform. Start with one and work your way down. Master one at a time because it can get really overwhelming. It's like your iPhone, right? If you were to just try to figure out every single aspect of your iPhone all at the same time, you would be like, I hate this thing. I can't use this. Like,
Yeah.
there's probably things on my iPhone I've never even looked at. Like,
Right.
I don't know how it works, you know, because I don't need it. Look at this the same way, one thing at a time, be patient. Make sure when you're planning out your day, you're carving out that time to just be focused in Command so you're not distracted by anything else.
Okay.
And just reach out to your resources. You've got incredible agents here on this call that are all willing to, you know, pick up the phone or answer an email and help you out along the way. And if they're not available, we have Terry, who's an incredible resource, and also the Command support.
Okay.
I want to say that I was on a mastermind with a ton of agents in California the other day. And they said the people who are still working, the people who are getting, you know, putting properties on, it's all been a mindset game. Those are the people that are still working. I mean, one of them, she had a $1.2 million listing. She had 6 offers, went
Wow.
$100,000 over asking. And whatever happens in California, they say comes here later, right? So they're still going strong, but they all seem to say that it was all the mindset of the agent. And that was the number one thing. So everybody, you know, there's always a can do, there's always a solution. Keep your mind open and things will happen.
Absolutely. That's beautiful. I love it. It's so true. Mindset is so important. You've got to stay positive. Well, I know we're
Agreed.
just a couple minutes over time here. So does anybody have anything else that they want to share or any other hot topics they want to discuss before we wrap up?
Well, I was on a couple of Zoom calls yesterday, live feeds from Pivot, and the 2 that I took were internet lead generation and strategy or staging, I should say. So I found those very interesting as well. Trying to attract leads by the use of video.
Yeah.
I've been employing my wife to try to help me on videos.
There you go.
Because I obviously need the practice before I can release it out. And then the staging on, you know, make sure there's nothing behind you that's distracting when you're having a video conference with someone or you're making a video and you're sharing it online, so that they're paying attention to you and not what's behind you. So I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, that's great advice. You've got to think about it like you're sitting in a conference room, right? So this is your new conference room. Make sure that there's nothing going on around you that's distracting so that people can be focused in on you and what it is you have to say. And if you've got kids at home or something going on, like, don't feel bad if the kids come running in and they want to jump up on your lap and say hi. People get it. People know that what kind of like world we're all living in because they're experiencing it too, right? You know, so enjoy it, embrace it, introduce your child, have some fun, have some laughs. It shows who you are as a person in addition to a real estate agent. So I just say embrace the new normal as much as you can and just take from everything that you're getting right now with all these different classes that are being offered, and just take a little bit of everything you can and just enjoy it and push it out there to the world.
Yeah. Melissa, Melissa, can I have your phone number?
Sure. It's 978-758 9461.
Okay, thank you.
Sure, call me anytime.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much.
I have a quick question.
Yeah,
Melissa-
of course.
Melissa G just got off and she said she was going to a design Zoom call.
In Norwell, right?
I used to know where it was, but I don't know where it is now.
No, that's okay. Let me see if I can pull it up really quick.
In Norwell.
So that we have the Norwell calendar as well as our calendar. So everybody can attend either class, like any of the classes. Let me see if I can find it.
I think I found. What's today? What month are we in? Like
I know. It's April, it's Friday, it's 12 o'clock. I'm still hanging in there. Let me find it for you and I'll send it over
All right.
after we wrap up so that you can hop on. I don't want to take
And
up too much
Tricia,
time.
don't go to design class. You don't need that yet.
Okay,
You're not there yet. I'm barely there.
Yeah, so don't get overwhelmed with the design class just yet.
Okay.
You're not there yet.
I can't thank you all enough for all the great work you're doing and the positive mindsets that everybody has every day and zooming in with us. I know it's a lot, and if you can take a little bit from everything and just take it into your day with you and your week with you, that's all we ask. And I'm always here if anybody needs anything at all. Please feel free to reach out. I'm always willing to take a phone call and chat with anyone or Zoom with you. I miss the outside worlds and I miss all of your faces. So anytime you need anything at all, please feel free to reach out.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you, Alicia.
All right.
Have a good
Enjoy your
weekend.
Friday. Be safe, and I will talk to you all very soon.
Okay.
Take
Bye,
care.
guys. Have a great weekend.
Bye. Take care.